007 reporting for duty.
Where have you been?
Surviving bankruptcy. And I need a drink.
What will it be?
Vodka martini, shaken and stirred.
So, are you ready for your next review?
Of course I am. My name is Paige. Terence Paige. And this vodka martini was horrible. I want another one. Skyfall, one of the most anticipated movies of November. And Skyfall stars Daniel Craig, Judi Dench, Javier Bardem, and Ralph Fiennes. Skyfall, the plot for Skyfall is how a list gets stolen that contains all of the undercover agents in the MI6 or any government agency, and Bond has to retrieve it back before the agents really get compromised. Now I gotta say, this has to be one of the better Bonds I've seen in a long time, since Casino Royale. Now the one thing I like about Skyfall is the trailer. The trailer, you think that you know the trailer, you know the plot points of the movie from the trailer, but in this movie, in this film, the way the director did it has more of an underlying or double story to the film. It kind of redefines Daniel Craig as one of the best James Bonds of his generation. It sets up the Bond that you actually want. Now, Casino Royale, like I said, is a good movie, but I feel Skyfall is one of those movies that sets up the whole franchise of Bond for Daniel Craig. What I like about Skyfall is the acting. Javier Bardem and his Eminem hairdo was one of the standouts, along with Q, but I'll get to him later. Javier Bardem is one of the best Bond villains I've seen in a long time. He was one of those villains that you can just say he was like actually crazy. And you see why in the film, why he's mentally sick. For me, he was one of the standouts in the movie as a villain. Personally, I loved him, and I loved his character and his performance in the movie. And like I said, Q, they introduced Q, which is a very prominent character in the Bond franchise. They introduced a new actor. Now, I forget his name, but he did a good job as well. I like the way the guy played this character. Now, Judi Dench, of course, always has a wit to her, and her character, it's like she's a feisty, mean old lady, but she knows what she's doing, and she doesn't care what decisions she's made. Even though she's old, yeah, she gives a great performance as the leader of MI6. Now, like I said, Daniel Craig in this film kind of reassured us that he is one of the best Bonds we got out there. Daniel Craig is one of those Bonds where it's not your stereotypical Bond. He's one of those Bonds where he doesn't use gadgets as much as the other Bonds did in the past. But he's gritty, uses fists as weapons, and he's good and charismatic. And he loves to drink. And he really, really loves to drink. And you can see it, you can actually see it in his face. They already wrote the character of Bond. It gave Bond, for Daniel Craig and the Bond character, are re-energized into the franchise. Done so well, where it goes so smoothly. And like I said before, it pays homage to the classic Bond movies. So with that being said, Skyfall is a very good action movie, and I gotta say I thoroughly enjoyed it. And for that reason, I'm giving Skyfall 4.5 out of 5 stars. Skyfall is one of those movies that you have to go see. Definitely, it's one of the better Bond films I've seen. My question is for you guys: what is your favorite Bond movie, or who is your favorite actor to play Bond? My favorite actor to play Bond is Pierce Brosnan and Daniel Craig. He did an excellent job in the film. Everybody did. So, with that being said, if you like this review, rate, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing does help. And until next time, Movie Nation. What was your question again? Right. How did the mission go last night? Well, reload me up and I'll tell you more. Don't give me the golden eye. Your job is to reload me. If I ask for another drink, you give me another drink. Last time I checked, your name wasn't Dr. No. Trust me, I know, Dr. No. Okay? You worry about if I'm gonna die? Don't worry about that. If I'm gonna die, I die another day in somebody else's bar. So reload me. Still not gonna give it to me? Fine, you know what? Me and Pussy Galore over here will go to another bar and tell our story for the 25th time, alright? And you know what? I'm taking my cup too, because I had it for the last 24 hours, so it's mine. Hold that.